The Mic with Mike, the leading social enterprise business show in RVA. Join Mike King, the partnership guru, daily at 1 p.m. on WJFN 100.5 FM, 92.7 FM, and 820 a.m. as he delivers game changers in Metro RVA. On The Mic with Mike showcases how business can help make society better. He discusses tech, culture, innovation, best business practices, and highlighting area nonprofits. Join Mike at 1 p.m. Monday through Friday, because it is the place where the best and brightest come to chat.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Mic with Mike RVA. It is the leading daily social enterprise business show in the Richmond area. I'm your host, Mike King, and I appreciate you being here with me today. The views expressed here are mine, have no connection to, support of, or agreement with any other host, information, or ads on the station outside of this hour. I don't work for the station. My program airs here on a daily basis, and I appreciate that because I can bring my information to you and the people that I introduce you to. Join me as this cutting-edge show uplifts the community and showcases RVA in a different way. The sounds you are listening to are emanating from the Mike King Biz Studio, which is the global epicenter of social enterprise business. Joining us today, as always, is the man on the wheels of steel, the super producer, Al Green, and we can be reached by calling 804-778-8888. On the Mic with Mike highlights partnerships, people, social enterprise, business, organizations, and we tackle some issues of the day. So I'd like to thank our show sponsor, Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Tom Childrey is going to be with us today later on. So he is a master at merchant card services, and if you have any questions, issues, or want to streamline or save some money there, Tom Childrey is the person, and he can be reached by calling 804-503-8472. That's 804-503-8472. He also does a lot of work in the community, supporting community organizations. So Tom Childrey is the man with that. Along the way, we have to pay some bills around here. As I say, the microphone ain't free. So please support our sponsors and advertisers, who you will hear from in a little bit today. Folks, this is the place where the game changers come to talk. We get the best and the brightest. I say that because we do have some awesome guests. Today is no different. With us today, we have Dr. Hollee Freeman. She's going to be on with us shortly. And then we'll have Tom Childrey, which is the credit card guy. With us coming to the microphone next, Dr. Freeman, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so it's Dr. Hollee Freeman. That's 2 L's and 2 E's.
That's right.
Just so we're clear. So, Al had made sure that we had gotten right. Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we're in some crazy times right now. I am super excited to have an educator on the program because you can give us some insight and shed some light into what's going on right now. You are a speaker, you're an author, you are the executive director of the Math and Science program, correct?
The Math Science Innovation Center.
All righty. So tell us your story a little bit, and then I'm going to dive into a few questions that we have, and the microphone is yours, ma'am.
All right, so let's see. Thank you for having me again. It's a pleasure to be on here. I am a native Richmonder, but I left after high school. I was open high school, left and went to the Northeast, New York and Boston for 30 years, and came back about in 2012. And so came back to a different Richmond. And began working at the Math Science Innovation Center, where I was a student when I was in high school. So that was a full circle moment for me.
Wow.
I know, right? And, when I got there, I was like, gee, I never would have imagined walking these same breezeways and corridors. And then, 35 whatever years later, being able to oversee programs and really make sure that all kids have access to STEM science, technology, engineering, and math. But in particular, students like me, brown students, Black students, Latinx students, have access to some of the career fields and programming that they might not have access to. So that was my kind of, I don't know, like that was really important to me to think about my role being able to be that person for other students. When I was a student, there was a person that was doing that for me. So that was a nice full circle moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to Dr. Hollee Freeman. She is here speaking with us about education, life, and all things in between. Tell us a little bit about the importance of STEM I know there's really been a big push the last few years for girls and also for kids of color. Speak to the importance of STEM and what it means to the education system of our kids.
Yeah, so everything basically touches STEM in some way, and so there are discrete disciplines. There are science disciplines, technology, engineering, and math disciplines. The importance of that, especially in Richmond, but not just in Richmond, and really in the nation, in the world, we are and have been entering into a highly technological society, which does not mean that we still don't need folks to be able to look at the lakes and the rivers and make sure they're clean. It doesn't mean that we don't need people to still look at the birds and make sure that they are still thriving, the butterflies. But all of these disciplines require some degree of technological skill. And for Black and brown folks, for kids of color, they are typically turned away, not provided access to some of the skills and dispositions that they need to be able to enter into these professions. And really just having, all the research says that when community organizations, when businesses are more diverse racially, culturally, in terms of perspective as well, that they thrive. And so it behooves us to have multiracial, multicultural workplaces where everybody is contributing to the greater good. And we know that just, kids of color just don't have access. They're not graduating at the same rate. They're not being pushed into these careers or being introduced to these careers, I should say, at the same rate as the white and Asian counterparts. So I think it's critically important that we focus on everybody, but we have to pay special attention to the kids who are not yet having access to these careers.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Hollee Freeman. She is the Executive Director of the Math Science Innovation Center. Could you talk a little bit about what's happened now, what changes you guys have had to make as far as distance learning in the world of COVID-19?
Yeah, so luckily, we have always had a strong virtual component to our programs, and so we were working in this way all along. And so we were very quickly able to flip our in-person programs to be virtual, even the ones that were not virtual. I will say, though, that flip very quickly. I will say that it's not the best thing for kids to sit in front of a computer all day. And what we're trying to do is to think about how can we provide hands-on virtual programs. So how do we get the resources in the hands of the kids? How do we get the probeware, the microscopes, the petri dishes, the funnels? Like, how do we get the rulers? How do we get those kind of things in the hands of students so that they're doing hands-on learning while they're looking at a computer screen? So that's our next piece of trying to get the vast amount of resources that we physically have at the center out to students. I will say that I would encourage everyone to have students go outside and look at rocks and look at the grass and look at the new foliage that's coming. Like, there's all of this immense learning that can happen that does not have to happen in front of a computer screen. Just kind of being out in nature and exploring what folks are learning is equally as important.
Okay, so your story, you were always the kid who was destined to be a school teacher?
You know what? I entered college as a biology major. I was going to be a doctor.
And got sidetracked.
My dad worked at MTV, the whole 9 yards, which is now VCU Medical Center. And I had taken all the science courses. And one day, I was the head of the pre-medical association at Columbia University, where I went to school. And one day, I was like, I think I want to be a teacher. And I just flipped my major. And then the crazy thing is that I couldn't be an education major at Columbia. I had to go across the street to the all-girls school to Barnard to finish up my coursework. But yeah, like it was the best decision I made. I've taught New York City for many, many years. I taught I was a math coach in Boston, and helped to lead the Boston teacher residency for many years. And so now at the Math Science Innovation Center, it's a continuation of my role as a teacher, really.
So we're going to touch on your TEDx talk and things like that. So we're going to, I guess, dig a little deeper. What is it about Delta Sigma Thetas being educators? My sister's one, so and so Al's pointing too. So what's up with you DSTs being educators? Please explain.
I know we are all educators. We are all educators. And I think that, and then more than that, just being public servants, right? So all of the Divine Nine and all of the fraternities and sororities and all of that do have a social justice bent to them, a very important part of their founding. And I think that, you do find a lot of Deltas who are educators in some way. Even if they are in business or something, they have this community mindedness that is kind of the education community writ large. So, yes, I think you will find a lot of Deltas that are teachers.
Shout out to all the Deltas out there. So, okay, so here, yeah, that's, you guys are loud and proud with it. So, and that's,
yes.
Kudos to you guys. Now that we're in a crazy time, everyone's talking about, years ago, teachers had to be nutritionists, counselors, all those things, and putting pressure on teachers. What's going to happen now with this, where the teachers who are involved in the system, some are being forced out because of the measures for Corona? How hard is it going to be to get the next group of teachers in? And what does that look like for our kids?
So I think it's going to be incredibly difficult, and it was already difficult.
Yes.
And especially if we're talking about teachers of color being in front of students of color, that has been a long haul. It's been really hard to do that because the teaching profession, while it's there's a social justice aspect of it that's clear and front and center. The pay is not what one could make if one was an engineer or some of these other professions we're talking about. So it's always been difficult to attract folks to teaching when they have lots of other opportunities, and so that's always been hard. I think this is making it even more hard because now you have additional health risk involved in it. But not only that, we are asking so much of teachers. They're on Facebook. I'm sure you've seen people saying, "I'm burnt out. This is the second or third week. I can't take it anymore. I can't look at the screen anymore. My eyes are hurting. My back is hurting." The kids are, watching TV. So I think that we're asking a lot of teachers, and the art and the science of teaching is being lost with in the middle of the pandemic, because folks are just trying to manage logistically. How do I sign on in time? Do I really know how to Zoom? How do I use the Blackboard? When am I going to eat lunch? People are just trying to logistically manage everything. And that student-teacher relationship is really hard to do over computer screens. I think it's going to be incredibly difficult to attract folks to teaching. I am hopeful that, there's a resurgence of people wanting to support communities that are in distress or under-resourced, and I hope that they will find their way to teaching, because this is the time when we really need teachers the most.
One of the things I think that we're at a time now, and that's what this program I try to do here with this program, is find the good. So maybe coming through this, people will see that there is an honor to teaching, and to see how difficult it is. I mean, I remember going to my parents and they're saying, "What's up with this new math?" It's always new math, and the bottom line to it was, what did the teacher say? Now
right.
All of it turns into the parents are realizing this. We understand now why that homeschooling thing, homeschoolers are like, "Hey, we understand this." People who sent their kids to school, they're like, "Whoa, this is a little bit more." These teachers were going through a lot, and now we're asking the parents to do not just the homework,
right,
which we barely could do in those days, and now we ask them to do the schoolwork with a digital aspect thrown into it, which is kind of it's a little bit much for people, but I think we're going to get through it. Could you explain to our listeners the part that the center plays as far as the educational system in the Richmond area?
So the center has been around for 54 years. It was started by area superintendents who each wanted a math and science center in their jurisdiction, but felt like if they pooled their resources, they could have one to share. And that was the model for the last 54 years, literally. It's the oldest continually funding educational consortium like that came out of the National Science Foundation. This year, we're operating a little differently. We're not consortium-based. We are not privately based. We are using grant dollars that we had accumulated to run the center, and really planning what does the future of the center look like, and what ways do we need to pivot in order to be of more service to students, to be more service to parents. You just mentioned parents are having a hard time figuring out how to do this. So do we work more closely with parents? Do we provide a different kind of instructional setting for folks? So our board is really working hard to think about what does a Math Science Innovation Center look like next year, which may look very different than how it's operated in the last 54 years. But, we have a campus right outside the city lines, the original agreement that we would be in the Henrico building. So we're there. We're looking for space. So, where will we take our programming next year? We're looking for space. We're thinking about programs. We're thinking about new instructors, that sort of thing. So, so we're in planning mode this year. And the pandemic has kind of given us a little bit of space to think about what might be coming down the pike educationally, what might folks need, and how can the center then provide those services quickly.
All righty, folks, you're listening to Dr. Hollee Freeman. Doc, can you hold on for a second for us? You'll pay some bills, and we'll be back shortly.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Are you experiencing difficulties with paying your mortgage or bringing your mortgage current? If so, we can help. Give Neighborhood Home and Assistance a call at 1-800-441-6872 or text 757-951-3048 for an immediate response. We have over 10 years of mortgage experience working with some of the largest mortgage corporations in America. For more information, visit neighborhoodhomeassistance.com to schedule your free over-the-phone consultation. Remember, time is one thing we can't get back, and your home is your investment. Act fast.
Chris Ship here with Focus Floors, and we are offering a free upgrade in any Bona water-based poly for any job that gets put on our schedule. You can reach us at focushardwoodflooring.com or just check us out on Facebook or Instagram. Facebook, Focus Floors 804, Instagram 80floors. Thank you.
Hi everyone, it's Pavi Leitner, the CEO and founder of Finlit and your family's certified financial educator, dedicated to the financial success of you and your family. Are you not sure where to start with your finances? Or are you looking to sign your middle schooler up for our virtual camp? Book us at www.finlitva.com. That is www.finlitva.com. Finlit is creating a money-conscious community.
Hi, I'm Tom Childrey, the credit card guy with Beyond. I believe it should not be confusing or expensive for your business to accept credit cards. As a social enterprise business advocate, my mission gets you paid faster with fair rates, helping your business grow. We can be contacted at area code 804-503-8472, 804-503-8472, or at getbeyond.com. Again, I'm Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Quick, easy collect. We make it easier than you expect.
Mike King isn't a businessman. He's a businessman with his own talk show. On the Mic with Mike, the best business radio program in the game.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier social business enterprise show in the Richmond area. I'm your host, Mike King. We are here daily with you from 1 to 2 on 820 AM, 92.7 FM, and 100.5. We're here every day bringing the best and brightest of Richmond. Today we have with us the distinct honor of having Dr. Hollee Freeman of the Math Science Innovation Center. Now, I saw your TEDx talk. Talk a little bit about that and what that meant and the story you were there trying to tell.
Yes, the story I was trying to tell was one of, I want to say the importance, it's kind of like what we were just talking about, the importance of having many voices around a project, around an issue. And so I talked about Richmond being a very divided city, and thinking about where are the moments where we can come together, and not just where are the moments we can come together, but how do we strategically create those moments where we can come together to solve a problem. And I gave some examples of my teaching in New York City, and I also talked about some students at the Math Science Innovation Center that came together. They're from two very different backgrounds, two totally different school divisions, far apart, and they were working together on building a rocket, and they were having the best time. They were just having a ball talking about not only rocketry and the science of that, but also like, hey, what music do you listen to? Oh, I have a sister too. Like, they were just jamming together. And I was like, wow, like, these two kids may never have crossed each other's paths if not for the strategic programming to bring these kids together. And I thought about that in terms of industry, businesses, what that means for our lives, just be strategic about who we have around the table, really, to use like an old cliche. So I talked a lot about that, the importance of creating community.
Well,
really,
that's a great topic. We got about 2 minutes to go. Tell us about your book. You're an author.
Okay, so I wrote a children's book called Muddy Ballerinas. It's a true story about interracial, intercultural friendships of three girls, my daughter included, and I wrote it in 2006 and had it in my journal for all that time. And then last November, I decided to do something with it. So that's out. You can order it straight from me. You can order from Amazon. I'm pretty pleased about that book.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
When people are here, I ask them, what gives you hope? You're an educator. Please help us.
What gives me hope is that I'm seeing kids and parents and teachers really stick to it. Like, people are tired, they're frustrated, but folks are sticking to it, and I think that gives me hope, because I think folks are, you said it yourself, like, people are seeing how hard this is, and everyone is kind of shoulder to the wheel trying to figure out how we're going to make this work. And I think that makes me hopeful. Yeah.
How can people get in touch with you really quickly?
HolleeFreeman.com. Two
L's and two E's. Definitely.
HolleeFreeman.com. You can hit me up there.
All right, Doc, I appreciate you taking the time with us. Be a friend of the program. If there's ever anything you need, make sure you contact us, and we'll help you get the word out.
I will. Thanks for the invitation.
All righty, folks. It's been Dr. Hollee Freeman. If you want more information, please follow her, support her. Her book is out there. Show her some love. We'll be back on the other side. We have Tom Childrey with the top of mind, Tenacious Tom's topic. He is going to be here offering some insight. I'd like to thank Dr. Freeman once again for coming in. You are listening to On the Mic with Mike, the best in the business as far as radio shows go. Thanks.
There's a news star in Virginia, thevirginiastar.com. Finally, there's a newspaper in Virginia that delivers the unfiltered truth on politics and information you need to know.
I'm loving it. It's about time.
Man, that's great. I read it every morning.
Thevirginiastar.com. Unbiased. No slant, just facts. thevirginiastar.com. It's not the mainstream media, it's the truth stream media. So if you're tired of fake news, get real news now. thevirginiastar.com.
Attention, Virginia Patriots. Do you want to help save America this November? Join our team. American Majority Action is a national conservative organization that mobilizes citizens to get involved in the political process. We are looking for patriots to join our paid team of door-to-door canvassers now through November 3rd. Save Virginia, save America. It's now or never. Contact us at www.am-action.org/Virginia or liz@am-action.org.
Happy Tuesday morning. I'm Kiara Johnson with your WJFN 100.5 FM weather report, brought to you by Dominion Energy. Abundant sunshine for Richmond today, high 72. Tonight, mainly clear, low near 49. Charlottesville, sunny, high around 75. Partly cloudy skies for you tonight, low 48. Fredericksburg, abundant sunshine as well, high 72 degrees. For your tonight, clear skies and a low of 48. This has been your weather report. Please visit DominionEnergy.com. Kiara Johnson, WJFN 100.5 FM.
Folks, this is the most important election of our time. America itself is on the ballot. The police are on the ballot as the radicals push to defund law enforcement while doing nothing to deter the looting and violence tearing apart our nation's cities. The fact is, our safety is on the ballot too, and our way of life. That's why I'm urging you to join an effort sponsored by the Job Creators Network. They're working with the biggest conservative host in America, like me. This election is about one thing: turnout. The left has their get out the vote machine now. We need ours. That's why the single most important thing you can do to save our country is go to keepamericaamerica.com. That's keepamericaamerica.com and become a volunteer in the biggest get out the vote effort in history. You'll be given tasks that can make a difference in November. Do a little, do a lot, but please do your part. Go to keepamericaamerica.com now. That's keepamericaamerica.com.
Welcome to the SBA Weekly Business Tip. I am Martin Short with the U.S. Small Business Administration, Virginia District Office. A business plan is a living document. The plan explains who you are, why you're in business, what you do, how you do it, where you operate, how you will generate profits, and who your consumers are. As you go through the development phases of your business, be mindful of potential changes you may encounter. Be flexible and pivot when necessary. To learn more, visit us at sba.gov/VA and click on our Learning Center tab. We're here to help you start, grow, expand, or recover.
Would you like to capture a special life moment? Do you need a photographer with the ability to make that moment live on forever using COVID-19 guidelines? Please contact Pure Essence Photography today. We specialize in weddings, family events, and professional headshots. Please contact us today to get the special On the Mic with Mike discount. We can be reached at 804-926-8101 or by visiting us at pureessencecaptured.com.
Are you tired of dating online? Bloom Matchmaking offers a safe and effective alternative. Every match is vetted and background checked. Bloom Matchmaking offers a personalized experience just for you. Check us out at bloommatchmaking.com or give us a call at 804-205-5063. Let Bloom take the stress out of dating. Mention On the Mic with Mike and receive 20% off. That number again is 804-205-5063. Bloom Matchmaking, where love grows.
Does your home need a makeover? If so, refresh with quality with LA Labor and Painting, LLC. They make your home sparkle and be the envy of the community. They are masters at interior and exterior painting, drywall. They clean decks. They landscape and remove items you wish were gone. The bottom line is, they refresh with quality, provide professional service, and follow all guidelines regarding COVID-19. Call today to make your home sparkle. You can reach LA Labor by calling 804-972-8014. Call today for the On the Mic with Mike discount. When you mention the program, you'll receive 20% off of the beautification of your most prized possession. Call LA Labor and Painting today at 804-972-8014.
Thank you, attorneys Justin Lauder and Chris Gatewood at Threshold Counsel PC for sponsoring this program. They offer startup, business, and intellectual property services for innovative and growing organizations. You can find them online at threshold.cc.
Mike with Mike from Michael Mike's. From the Michael Mike's. Michael Mike's. My name is Isabella and you're listening to My King Biz. Hubby, that's my scam.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier social business enterprise show here in the Richmond area. We can be heard daily on WJFN Radio. That's 100.5, 92.7, 820 AM. It is the place where the Game Changers come to talk. It is Tuesday. We'd like to thank Dr. Hollee Freeman for blessing us with her knowledge on the last segment. But what we have going on right now, it is the tenacious top of mind Tuesday topic with Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Tom, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me, Mike.
All righty, so folks, you're used to hearing me say, brought to you by Tom Childrey. Well, we got the man in the building today. So he's going to give you some information. If you have credit card merchant issues and things you want to talk about, give us a call. The number is 804-778-8888. And so we are a program, we pride ourselves on helping the community. So with that, I'd just like to say happy holidays to everyone. So when we're talking happy holidays, Al Green's thought I lost my mind. So we're saying happy holidays. We're talking Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and
Valentine's
Day. Anything else, we just want to get everything out the way because this is a public service announcement and we are happy. Tom Childrey wanted me to say that, and this is his segment. So I'm going to give the microphone to the man who just had me say happy holidays, and we are still in September. Tom? Oh, happy high holidays to our Jewish friends out there.
Absolutely.
Okay, so Tom Childrey, the floor is yours, and please explain to these good people why I just said happy holidays.
Thank you. So today would be specifically talking towards business owners that want to drive new traffic to their business, get new customers, increase revenue, and build brand loyalty. We're coming out of a crazy pandemic, but those are three things that all business owners need to be aware of and address. So what we do with that is we help them with gift cards. Everybody listening, business owners and just consumers alike, either have a gift card in their wallet or they've received one in the last year, or they've given one. They're here to stay. And those are a great way to have your logo. For example, if you're a restaurant, if somebody has a gift card for your restaurant that someone gave them, they may never have been to your restaurant. This is an opportunity for them to come, enjoy your restaurant, and they can pay with the gift card. And the data shows that the average person spends more than's on the gift card. The reason being because they'll spend some amount on that first visit. There's still some money left on the card. They're like, oh, I don't want to lose that money. Let me go on back.
Okay.
So it gives the business owner, specifically a restaurant for this kind of conversation, is it gives them an opportunity to win that customer over and come back. So the customer comes back, the second time, they have good service, and now they've spent more than was on the gift card. Okay.
Like you said, we're coming out of some really crazy time. Restaurants, it's competitive. Restaurants are scrambling. Businesses are scrambling. Brand loyalty and holding on to your customers while attracting new customers is very important. Our business owners out there understand that. The consumers know it as well. They know what they do when they get a gift card.
Sure.
They go to the place and spend more money.
That's right. So a lot of times, because the consumer will spend more money, in the industry, that's called lift. That means that they lifted up the amount of money that they spent. So that's driving new, fresh revenue to that business. And it's not just for restaurants. You think about other businesses like a commercial painter, for example. So a commercial painter, just like a restaurant, they have a cost to bring in a customer.
Okay.
Whether they're advertising on social media, or if they were smart, they'd be advertising on your radio show.
Shout out to Tom Childrey for the shameless plug there. I appreciate that.
I know where my bread's buttered.
Exactly. That's the way business is done, folks.
But so those businesses have a cost of doing business. So they could offer a gift card if someone, or a donation, if someone came and got, let them have an estimate to paint their house, they might say, okay, if you do that, we're going to donate, $50 or $100 to the SPCA because homeowners have pets.
Okay.
So there's things that can be done, and it helps everybody. But the main thing with with gift cards is also the loyalty aspect of it. When you have loyal customers and they come in and you thank you for coming, but you can do a little bit more than that. So you can do, you can have a loyalty card, and now with technology, it's all one card, gift card, loyalty card. Well, if you spend, if you ask a restaurant owner or a clothing store, if somebody comes in here and spends $200, would you give them a free cup of coffee?
The answer is yes.
You would think that
Yes.
answer would be yes. So it's like, why not track that and let them know you're this close to getting that free cup of coffee? We appreciate you. Or run a special where, today we're giving out, if you come in on, say their slow day is Monday, everybody that comes in with a loyalty card comes in on Monday, we're going to give them double the loyalty points. And the business owner gets to decide what makes up a point. Is it a point for every dollar? Point for different products?
So the business owner can sort of guide where he wants the revenue to come from.
Exactly.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Thanks to him. He is our show sponsor. He's here with us on certain Tuesdays with topics that generate revenue, either help you generate revenue or on the credit card merchant side, help you save money there. So if you have questions for Tom, please give us a call, 804-778-8888. The time is 1:43, and we will be back shortly.
Hello, I'm Martin Short with the U.S. Small Business Administration Virginia District Office. Join us on September 23rd at 1 p.m. with On the Mic with Mike RVA as we recognize George Niefler, SBA Small Business Person of the Year for Virginia. This will be an exciting segment and an opportunity to call in with your questions. Tune in and call in for your latest biz insights.
September 23rd. Don't miss this special On the Mic with Mike SBA Wednesday. Phone lines are always open, 804-778-8888. On the Mic with Mike, exclusively on WJFN.
Hi, Chef Michelle here of Ma Michelle's Cafe, home of the Soul Rolls, located at 10811 Hull Street Road. Give us a call at 804-912-1644 or order online at mamichelle's.com. Ask about our off-site catering options as well as our online ordering through Grubhub, Uber Eats, and DoorDash. Follow us on all social media at Ma Michelle's Cafe. That's Ma Michelle's, Soul south of the James. Mention Mike on the mic and get a free dessert on us. Special rules apply.
Hi, my name is Daquan Woodbury, also known as Chef DQ. The restaurant industry is going through a hard time right now. With COVID-19, a lot of things are going on. Restaurants are shutting down. They might have to even close their doors for good. In the past few months, we've seen how life can change dramatically in a blink of an eye. Fortunately, I've created a system, a proven system, that allows restaurants to stay successful in this new way of life. As the owner of RVA Cafe, I would love to help you through these challenging times. Go to redindigofood.com for more information.
Do you want a crystal clear picture of your finances? Dial 804-601-0532 and schedule your free financial review with Crystal Clear Financial Solutions. Find us online at crystalclearfinancialsolutions.com.
Before and after the salon has been active in the Richmond, Virginia community, providing hairstyling services for over 10 years. Before and After is located in downtown Richmond at 1917 West Carey Street. Specializing in weaves, extensions, and growing healthy hair, Before and After provides a full suite of hair care services. Expert stylists Michelle Smith and Alicia Clark are well trained to meet your styling needs at Before and After the salon.
Welcome to your neighborhood wellness store. Your journey with wellness is our #1 priority. We can help you navigate your journey through our cold-pressed juice bar, CBD products, health and wellness products to include hemp shea butter. Relax and unwind in our Wi-Fi lounge and more. We are located at 14822 Hull Street Road or online at yes2hl.com. Phone number 804-818-2867.
Oh, hello.
I'm Louise Keaton from the Whistle Stop Theater Company. You're listening to On the Mic with Mike.
Every day
at 1 p.m. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier social business enterprise show in the Richmond area. I'm your host, Mike King, and I appreciate you being here with us. Today with us in-house, we have the man, Tom Childrey. If you have questions for Tom, you can give us a shout, 804-778-8888. Just want to give a shout-out as well to Passion Cute Boutique. Is one of the trendiest online boutiques based right here in the Richmond area with quality clothes at affordable prices. Use code LOVEJENNA for additional discount. That's Jenna with Jena. She is the host of the Takeover Dressed on Thursday at 1:30. And so this is a project that she works with, and she endorses them because she has style. So orders shipped the same day, place first class. Free shipping on all orders is over $75. Lastly, they also have Afterpay, so you can shop now and pay later, interest free. That's PassionCute.com or on Instagram at PassionCuteBoutique. Also, a shout out to our friends over at Charles Kitchen, the best Caribbean food in the area, hands down, out on West Broad Street in Henrico. Caribbean food. So whether you want curry, the shrimp is outstanding. The shrimp platters. Make sure you give Tom, the Charles Kitchen. Tell Chef Mike King sent you. And they are at charleskitchen.com. They're 9127 West Broad Street out in the West End, out there where Ollie's just opened up. And you can find them online at Charles Kitchen. Back to the man of the hour, Tom Childrey. We are here talking about brand loyalty, how to build it. It's always easier to hold on to a customer than to find a new one.
That's
and
true.
He's giving you ideas and techniques on how to do that.
Okay, thank you, Mike. So what business owners need to understand, and everybody gets busy and they kind of, okay, well, it's not the holidays yet. But in order to get custom gift cards with your logo and your colors on the card, you need to get those orders in at least by the 15th of October. To make sure that you get them, because sometimes it always happens every year that somebody gets caught at the last minute and they don't get their custom cards. We can get just regular generic cards, and for some folks that's fine. But if you spend a lot of money on your logo and you have a really great brand and a great brand awareness in town, you want your gift cards to reflect that brand.
And so, Tom, you're able to help folks with doing that. What is the process? How long does that process take? So you're saying don't wait until the last second because the holidays are going to be here in no time.
Great. And that's a great question, Mike. So part of the process is we have to figure out what you want the gift cards to look like. Do you have a logo? Are we going to put that on there? What are your colors? So we would sit down. It takes about 20 or 30 minutes to figure out what you want and the number of cards you want. Do you want 100 cards? You want 500 cards? All those things, and we can review the prices. And there's some great sales going on now, so I can help people with that. And then once you have the design, we send it off to the printer that prints the cards, and they're going to send back a proof. The business owner just simply approves the proof that, yes, that's what I want them to look like, and they get to work on them. And once the normal turnaround, we like to give them 2 weeks, 10 business days to get them all printed and get them shipped back. And then we would come over and show you how on your credit card terminal or your point of sale system, how to process those cards. It works similar to giving a refund on a credit card. You're putting value on it first, and then when the customer comes in, every time they spend some money, they're taking some money off that card.
So what are the drawbacks? So when a person who's never done this before and they think back to why they've never done it, what are some of the things that people tell you, the reasons why they never did the gift card, loyalty card programs?
The most common response we get, Mike, is that they think it's too expensive. Okay. And, unfortunately, because they think that, they haven't looked at it, but everything has changed. So I remember, 15 years ago when gift cards were first coming out, we had to give them away for free to businesses in order to get some market penetration.
Okay.
And then after they used those 10 or 15 gift cards and they saw how much their customers liked it, then they were back to order some. So everybody recognizes gift cards. Everybody, the consumer almost expects your business to have gift cards. They're shocked when you don't. If you say, oh, well, we have paper gift certificates. Well, how are you going to keep track of that? It just adds an extra burden to the business owner where for pennies they could have a gift card program.
For business owners, is there a time frame that they're usually good for, or is it just indefinite? Because sometimes the business owner may think of their money is just out there and they're just waiting to recoup it without any type of deadline or way to track it as it goes down the road.
Right. And so that's important. So what we want to do as we talk to the business owner is come up with a strategy how you're going to use these gift cards.
Okay.
It's not like Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
No, it's not like that, huh?
No. So you have to have a strategy of how you're going to make your customers aware, on your Facebook page, are you promoting, we have gift cards, some of those different things. So we help them with that so they have a strategy. And then once the money is on the card, the consumer comes in, say, I'm going to buy you a present, and I'm going to get you a $100 gift card. Well, I have to give that business $100 today. You may not come back for 18 months to spend that gift card, but the business has the money today. They don't have to wait for you to come back. And if for some reason you don't come back, well, they got $100.
And a lot of times in reality, that's what happens.
Sure.
People forget, or they wait, or they misplaced it, and then the business owner hasn't lost money.
That's correct. The business owner, this is a way, if you look at it, is if the business owner sold 10 $100 gift cards today, he just got $1,000 of revenue in the door.
And there's no guarantee that he's going to have to give out $1,000 of product.
There's not. But on one side, well, that's good. I get a free $1,000. Well, if you look at it the other way,
the person never came back.
If you get that customer to come in here and they become a loyal customer, you might get $2,500.
Okay.
Coming back. So, and there's data because everything's electronic, so they can track all that, and they can see, these are the denominations of cards that are the most popular. This is the time that those people are coming in, and it can help do a lot of things. Drive, not most businesses, but a lot of businesses have a slow day. Like a restaurant, bar. Probably not like me, but when I was in the military, I went to a bar or two.
A time or two.
But they're busy on the weekends, Friday night, Saturday night.
So you're able to drive traffic the other days.
Yeah, so drive traffic on the other days where people might want to come in for food. Help drive lunch hours on slow days. So there's a lot of strategies that can really benefit a business owner. And sometimes they're a little bit shy about having that conversation. I'd like to make it easy for them to have a conversation. I don't bite. I'm going to share information with them so they can be informed that this is what's out there. This is what your competitors are doing. Is this something that fits into your business model? And if it does, these are the options to get that type of program in your business.
And you've been doing this for a while.
Yes, 33 years.
Okay. So, Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Tell folks a little bit about the merchant services and the help that you provide there.
Great. So I'm Tom Childrey, the credit card guy. Everybody kept calling me that, so I just...
you took it.
I took it and ran with it. But basically what we do, all businesses have to make it as easy as they possibly can for their customers to pay them. One of the easiest ways is with a credit card or a debit card. People have money, they just don't always have cash. So if your business accepts credit and debit cards, you're making it as easy as you possibly can for them to spend money. Then they're not thinking, well, how am I going to pay for this? They're just thinking, what else can I get? So people that use credit and debit cards are going to spend more money than somebody who's trying to hold on to that cash. So what I do is I sit down and do an audit. I will look at your current credit card processing situation and take a look at that based on what your contract says you were supposed to pay, and are you still getting that rate that they promised you? Or is there another program that could help you reduce your cost? And the money you save is your own. And my job as a business advocate is to help you have the best program that works for you. And if we sit down and we look at it and it doesn't look like, what you have is bad, I'll be the first one to tell you, what you have is good. Stay with this. Let's evaluate it in a year.
Okay.
Not everybody has to switch. It's not one of those, you got a bad program, thank gosh I got here, I'm going to fix it. Let's take a look at it and make sure, because it's your money. And for most businesses, the majority of their revenue passes through that credit card processing.
Okay. Let folks know how they can find Tom Childrey, the credit card guy.
The easiest way would be to call me or text me at area code 804-503-8472. Again, 804-503-8472. And my email is tom.childrey, CHILDREY, @getbeyond.com.
And let folks know your slogan.
Quick, easy, collect. We make it easier than you expect.
See, folks, that's what you hear. So Tom Childrey is with us. We'd like to thank you for sponsoring the show. He's with us on Tuesdays, 1:30, every other Tuesday from 1:30 to 2 with his top-of-mind topics today. Whereas credit cards, it's very important. So if you have any questions, make sure that you reach out to our friend Tom. Again, I'd like to thank him for being on the program today. I'd like to thank Dr. Hollee Freeman for giving us a call and enlightening us into her world and the importance of the educational process. You're listening to On the Mic with Mike. It is the premier social business enterprise show in the Richmond area. Tomorrow, folks, is a big day. When the pandemic hit and everyone was scrambling, On the Mic with Mike had SBA in here every Wednesday talking about PPP and walking you through it. They're going to be in tomorrow, and we're going to have a whole hour with SBA, and it is National Small Business Week. So SBA is going to be here with the Virginia winner, George Nyfeller. And he's going to be presented with his award. We're going to have Martin Short's going to be in the house. Carl Knobloch is going to be here, the usual folks who come through the program. But this is where game changers come. So tomorrow, as I said, it's going to be a big day. On the Mic with Mike, 1 to 2 p.m. tomorrow with SBA Wednesday. I'd like to thank our other sponsors and advertisers. As I always say, let's take care of each other. We can do better with this. So as soon as it's over, baby, I'm on the way home. We're out here trying to duck and dodge from Corona. You guys take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow for SBA Wednesday. Thanks now. Take care.
This is WJFN Bridgeland, WJFN Chester, 100.5 FM, 92.7 FM, and AM 820.
Breaking news this hour at townhall.com. I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Make no doubt about it, the White House says President Trump